Hello, beautiful ones. Welcome to this Sacred Journeys Masterclass. I called it From Single Sessions to Sacred Journeys, but it's really all about the sacred journey of transformation. And I'm so glad you are here. We have a more intimate group than I often do, and that made me very excited because I was very specifically speaking and like calling in energetically and with my marketing, talking to the people that are just right in this bubble, this place where you're poised for expansion in your business, in the depth of what it is that you're offering to the world. And it's not the same as like being ready for like this like death rebirth. It's this, you've got a foundation of being an intuitive psychic, a reader. You might be a tarot reader, an oracle card reader, doing intuitive readings for people, or you're a healer or energy worker, practitioner of a modality or two or five. Well, let me know if you're here live in the comments, your modalities are, what it is that you do. I'd love to get a little bit of a feel on who I did call in. And I know some of you, but I know a few of you are working with somatics, with subconscious reprogramming, with energy work, with mediumship, with all kinds of different magical soul gifts that you have that you're sharing with the world. And I was trying, and I think I succeeded with the people that I'm seeing here today, is to say, if you are already good at your craft and you're like, there is more, there is this expansion that's available for me where I can take people deeper. I'm ready to serve at a higher level. I'm ready to grow my business, and you're just feeling that percolate. And you might be and I'm not really sure, and there might be a slight resistance to like putting in way more effort and like giving so much of yourself, because we're people that tend to be the healers and helpers. We're overgivers, we do so much for other people that there can be a little resistance to like just going whole hog and like overgiving to the point of burning it out, because most of us have experienced or at least tasted that before, and we're like, oh, like I want more money, I want to serve more clients, but I don't want to kill myself in the process. Either been there, done that, or you've seen other people do it and you're like, that's not for me. So let me know if that's you. Did I call in the people that are like ready for expansion in a way that is not self-sacrificing, that's not martyrdom? I think it's possible, right? I've done both ways. And if we haven't met yet, because there's lots of new faces, I will just say, hi, I'm Casey, and I'm so grateful that you're here. I have been a professional hula hooper. I have been a spiritual teacher. I've been the mystic in the closet since I was about 8 years old, and had to come through my own really deep healing and transformational journey, healing my akashics, my ancestral wounds, all of these things from my childhood about like visibility and owning my magic and honoring that I indeed do have a massive soul mission and magic to share with the world. And I have been a self-employed full-time entrepreneur in the spiritual realm for over 13 years now. And I previously had a business that was all in person. I facilitated workshops, classes, retreats, some one-on-one work with all of my favorite things smashed together, all of my modalities, which did include hula hoops and flow arts, but also ecstatic dance and mastery through movement, meditation, all kinds of different ceremonial things. I was able to create a full-time business that supported my family out of all of these things that I knew were very sacred gifts that I had learned from other people and that had come through me. And I also brought my business online around COVID when a lot of people did. And I've been online sharing my magic in a slightly different way for the past almost 6 years. That business, which is called Luminous Evolution, the first one was called Dancing into Being, Movement Arts and Healing. That has been sustained at and around six figures in sales for the last 6 years. and I have a whole academy, one-on-one coaching, different courses, different modalities that I have brought through that I share. And it's all personal and professional development for light workers and healers because I'm here to help the helpers be more magical and make more money and do all that fun stuff. And this specific talk today and over the next couple days is actually about basically taking your work to the next level, going deeper with your clients, and that's day one, the art of facilitating transformation, like actually getting your clients better results by making sure that they fully receive your magic and it doesn't just like bounce off of them. And I'll talk more about that today. Day two is about the making more money with your magic in a way that doesn't burn you out, where we're talking about the business of facilitating transformation. And we're going to weave in strategy, and energetics. I like to take the cosmic soul magic that you have and help you bring it down to earth in really tangible ways with structures and systems that can hold your flow, your gifts, your essence in a way that feels really supportive instead of limiting. And that's like what I was literally designed to do. I have a Capricorn and a Sagittarius stellium. If you know astrology, you're like, okay, yes, this is you. This is what you do. Eighth house stellium, nonetheless. So all about alchemy and transformation. And I have tools that I'm going to share with you that have been changing lives of my clients and then the people I teach them to that then ripple out and just make so much of a difference in the world to people's energy, to their frequency, to their capacity to own their power, speak their truth, make money, access their intuition, and believe themselves and their truth when they're bringing through their soul mission and future vision pieces. Like, I am here for nothing less than the evolution of humanity. But because of my unique design and who I am and who I'm here to serve, we're going to be talking about all of this grounded structural stuff with a whole lot of ceremony and magic. So I hope you're okay with a blend of the two, the mystical and the magical, with the tangible and the practical. And I think the people that are here are like gonna vibe with that. And maybe you've got a little bit more on one side or another. Like, I'm about divine union. It's the and also instead of it's just this or it's just that. But we've got intuitive energy healers and psychic readers, psychic mediums, Akashic records readers, transformational facilitators, Reiki artists, SRT, yeah, coaching, all of that stuff, intuitive coaching, movement coaching. I love it. Like, you guys are multi-passionate, multi-dimensional souls, and I am all about that. I have so many things that I love to weave together, and I think over the last like I don't know, it was probably about a century of specialization. People really started to go deep into one topic, and people be like, okay, we're going as deep as we can in this one thing, and then we're going to say it's the answer to everything. And we lost the sauce a bit, like the whole melange of how it's actually every piece that needs to come forward. We can't leave the body behind and just do belief work. We can't just do like meditation stuff and then forget about what the aligned actions are that people need to take. Like, it's the whole recipe that needs to be put together. And in my words, that's alchemy, right? It's the magical alchemy of your life experience, your wisdom, your business oversoul, the things that you're here to do, like weaving it all together. It's so good. It's so good. Um, so this is going to be a little bit about all of that stuff. And it's a training, it's an activation. This is also like the ceremonial container, and we will be doing some energy work. And I work with Gaia, the consciousness of the planet, directly, and she's been co-hosting with me masterclasses for the last 5 years, actually. And my modality works with her very specifically. I'll be sharing some of my evolutionary alchemy, mastery path modality, energy work with you, and I'm going to give you some tools that I have developed and that have been given to me through like alchemy of mentorship and experience with my clients that work with Gaia, that help people really go to the next level in their energy work, in the magic. And you can use these and just like run with them. I also, of course, will have options for you to learn more with me, because I have a whole 7 month or 1 year certification, because I have two actually. One's 7 months, one's 4 months. You can spend a whole year with me learning these tools and this magic. Um, there's just like so much that I want to share with you, but I think the most important stuff is going to be learning how to work with Gaia to amplify the results of any of the work that you're doing. And also, it's like a cheat code to handling your own business stuff and your own personal evolutionary journey. Gaia has got your back, and she wants me to speak for her today and has given me permission. She's part of like my soul group, my soul family. And if you are here right now, you've got a really deep connection to her. She's not just like Mother Earth, and of course everyone on earth is a part of her, literally made of her. But the people that work with me tend to have a soul contract with her that goes beyond even like before the creation of the earth, that we were like, hey, let's do this together. They are like, it's going to be a soul remembrance for you when you work with her more deeply. She wants the healers, the light workers, especially women, to be really supported right now. She wants me to teach you tools to support you in your business and with your clients so you don't have to work so damn hard with them. So that's part of what we're bringing through, is like how to make this easier on you, to give the divine channel and space to flow through and do a bunch of it for you, because that's the time that we're in. We don't have to do shit alone anymore. I will swear occasionally. I hope you're okay with that. If not, you should probably leave. If you've got littles in your space, you might want to put in headphones. Um, the time of doing it all alone and the hard way, that's the old paradigm. And you came here to birth a new one through you. So you get to be an example of what's possible. So, guys, like, teach them this stuff. Please, she wants to help you be supported, to expand your nervous system's capacity to handle the craziness right now, to amplify your intuition, to amplify your own gifts, to do a lot of the work for you, and then also help you in building abundance. Because she's basically said to me a long time ago, and keeps saying it, like, it is time for the heart-centered leaders, the healers, the intuitives, the spiritual peeps that get this stuff to have more money, because you're the ones that are going to be doing amazing things with it. So we're going to admit to ourselves and get really honest with the fact that money is still a thing on this planet, and it's not going away right away. And we need to work inside that system to break the system. So let me know if we need to go deeper into that, or if you're on board, if you've already decided that making money is actually one of the most spiritual things you can do as a healer, as a teacher, so you have the resources to give back, to build more for this planet, to not be in survival mode yourself anymore. Because honestly, your energy is shit when you're in survival mode, right? You need to not be thinking about how to pay your bills, or like just eking by and having to make these choices of like, oh, should I invest in this or should I invest in that? I'm not going to grow my business this month because I need to buy new boots for my daughter. Like, that's not the vibe of you being in the most, well, the highest timeline, the most supported and aligned divine channel for your magic to flow through. You just can't be at your best when you are broke, when your business is not going well, and when you don't have enough money, right? We want to get you connected to the energy of overflowing abundance, where you have access to all your magic. And if that is something that we need to talk a little bit more about, happy to do that. But I hope that you guys are already on board with the idea that money is a tool, right? And in the hands of the wrong people, devastatingly awful tool, right? But also can be and is currently power in this realm, right? Like, energy is currency, it's just stored power. So when you have enough of it, you can do the shit that you're actually here to do. I usually go for the F bombs, but apparently shit is my word of the day. So you guys here to make more money with your magic and also take your clients on deeper journeys that actually create lasting, sustainable transformation. Let me know. I hope that that is landing for you because this is like basically the divine union of the work that we're here to do. She is Gaia is really, 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 really excited for this next phase that we're going into. And she's going to let you feel that, taste that, touch that in an activation today. So we're going to focus on what actually creates results for your clients and makes you money, both of those things at the same time, or day one, day two, but it's going to, overlap altogether. Ooh, and if you haven't already signed up for the secret, not so secret, day three, that's where I'm going to take you on a deeper journey to pull your pearl of wisdom that's connected to your business oversoul and your life experience. That's your main message for your business that you're here to share with the world, that's going to magnetize in your soulmate clients, because part of the business building's got to be like translating what you do to the people that you're here to serve and making them go, oh my gosh, like shut up and take my money. I need to work with you. So if you're interested in doing that work, we have a 2-hour workshop on Saturday. You can come to live or join us on the replay. It is $23 USD. It's about $30 Canadian, and it's going to be magical AF. So we're going to not be able to pull the marketing and messaging piece into this free 2-day experience, but we can go deeper together. And speaking of like stuff, I'm gonna say shit again. That is my favorite word today. There's also prizes that you can win for participating. So go into the Facebook group. Only like half of you are in there right now. Go check out the featured post that says prizes, because we have cash you can use towards any digital product in my offer suite. $333 in what I call lumens, which is my Casey Cash, because another Casey already says Casey Cash, so I had to do something different. There's also a VIP day with me that you can win, or a full year inside of my membership, the Abundant AF Lightworker. So there's how to get points. Part of it is participating, sharing takeaways, that kind of thing. There's an opportunity for networking because we want to connect more people who are doing the soul work in the world together, and also inviting people in, not just random people. Please don't invite the randoms that are like have nothing to do with this. Only invite your mom if she is here to do this work in the world, to build a business, sharing the light and magic inside of her, serving humanity in this way. Okay. So you can touch on all of that and how with me in the Facebook group. I won't go into too much more of that, but today is about the ability to really get people to receive your magic, right? To take people deeper. And the best thing that I know how to do to begin and make space in a like little digital room like this is to actually just do a breath practice that uses your intention and your imagination. And half of you have probably done this with me before, but I want to make sure that you've got space and room to learn and to connect to the divine today, because I know life has a lot going on, right? And we are oftentimes teetering on the edge of overwhelm if we are not overwhelmed. Right. There's a lot. There's your business, there's your personal evolutionary journey, your spiritual journey, your healing journey. There's all the things you're responsible for. And then there's everything that's happening in the globe. And then there's all your ancestral healing. Like, you're doing more than people have ever been asked to do. Usually people only had to focus on one or two of these things at a time. You are living in a time where it's all happening at once and it's intense, right? And neither you, nor me, nor your clients and students or the world at large can fully receive magic and support from the divine when we are in this energy of overwhelm, when we're stressed, when our nervous system is in fight or flight or freeze and shut down. It's essential that we have tools in our pocket to allow us to move into a state of openness and receptivity, which is actually your parasympathetic nervous system activation. And also that we have tools for our clients and students to do that too. So you can take what I'm about to show you and you can give it to your clients. You can do it anytime. You can do it in your workshops, in your retreats. You can do it with your kids, and it's going to help. And it just goes like this. I call it the shaky breath. The shaky breath is basically we're going to do 3 intentional breaths. You're going to inhale and we're going to go in through the nose with a, and then on the exhale, we're going to go and shake on the last one. And you're going to imagine shaking off all of the shit. And Gaia is going to be ready to receive it and alchemize it and transmute it into light. Just go ahead and use your imagination to put a golden screen up over your screen so you're not shaking it onto anybody else. And just close your eyes and notice how you're feeling right now on a scale of like, I'm super chill and relaxed and open and receptive and all of that to, I'm a little bit stressed out, or I am actually about to lose my mind. I'm so stressed, I can't even. All right. Just notice without judgment. And then we're going to do this together. So you can open your eyes if they're still closed, and you're just going to inhale and then breathe out and shake. And we'll do that 3 times. Ready? Inhale. Oh, make sure you're not going to knock anything over. Safety first. Make some noise and shake all the parts of you, being gentle to your body, but shake to the degree that you're able to. After one, I'm already like giddy giggling from that state change, that frequency change, but we're going to do it 2 more times. Inhale. No, it looks stupid. Keep going. And do it one more time. You ready? Inhale. Shake it all off. And take a big breath in, put your hands on your heart, and then just do a little bit of soothing the nervous system. Because if you are very stressed, that can activate you into more stress. You're just going to take a deep breath through the nose and just sigh it out. And land here and now. Another breath in. Do one more of those. Inhale through the nose. Audible sigh. And take an elevator ride from your head into your heart. And just notice how you're feeling now. If you're feeling a little sticky still, if you notice your energy field is still feeling a little close to your body, just take a breath in and expand it out. Make it at least the size of the room you're in. So all of this information today has room to land. And blink your eyes open. And, oh, definitely messed up my hair, but I feel more present. I'm feeling like more of me is here. I'm feeling like I made room and I have taken thousands of people through this practice. And besides someone that might have an injury where it's contraindicated then, it always makes space. So let me know how you're feeling. Can you feel how fast that shifted us? That works using the intention, the breath, and the imagination, the golden triangle of how to move energy and work with energy really, really quickly. So now you've got space for new information. If you don't have space, or if your clients or students don't have space, then and you're overwhelmed, then inadvertently, or maybe even consciously, because you do the shielding practice, you put your shields up, and there's actually no way for the full transmission of someone's medicine to go through, let alone your own intuitive downloads. When you have shields up, and you're full and you just can't handle one more thing, then your business ideas are not going to come through. If the divine is trying to support you, if new clients are wanting to come to you, but you don't have space, where can they land? I love to teach people how to create that spaciousness inside of their energetic field. And I'm holding it here, but I actually mean like huge, so that your intuition works properly. You've got the ability to connect with your team, with divine support, with yourself as well. And you're feeling like expansive when you do energy work. When you do magic for people, your energy has to come first. And so I just did a masterclass called Normalizing Magic, where we had a boot camp and I was giving people my magical morning ritual. And I can share that with you guys. It's a 17-minute practice that people have been messaging me and saying is literally life changing. It is transformative. I also have a shorter 10-minute practice that I was going to share with you, but I'm just being guided to say I'll give you both so you can try both. Because in order for you to facilitate the depth of transformation and make the money that you want, your energy needs to be clear, clean, and sparkly, and you need to have enough space and just have this available to you anytime you need, even when the global shit is fucking everything up and other people are panicking, other people are being crazy, and your life is lifing really hard, right? You need to be able to direct your energy exactly in the way that you require at any time. And these are the kinds of tools that I teach my students and my practitioners, and then get them to teach other people because it's so transformational. Um, Pulls people out of the depths of the ick and of victim and of feeling like they can't and of feeling stuck and back into their power. And everything that I teach is designed to give you your power back because you are a magical freaking human who has important things to do in the world and ain't nobody got time to be sitting in the ick or to be taken out by global events or to like not be able to work every time the Schumann resonance is like, going like that, or we have a solar flare because you've got important stuff to do. So when we are overwhelmed, we put these shields up and things can't come through. And this is the state that most humans are walking around in all of the time. I want you to have tools that I will show you, and that some of which we just did, that will help people be open and receptive to your magic if you are working with them. Because if they're not, like a fraction's going to get in. And if it does get in, it might not stick. If people are stressed, they can't even remember. They can't always even make short-term memories. I have taught people who, before I knew all this stuff, who would be like, yeah, you didn't cover that. I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, no, we did. I can reference it right here. And you were there and we talked about it. And they're like, I have no reference or memory of that. And it's like, yeah, and you were going through a lot of trauma and you were not in a space where you were actively doing the practices. Right now, everything that's going on is basically making it so that we don't have a choice anymore. We have to be on top of our energetic self-care and our energetic hygiene, or we will be taken out. And this is the thing that I see a lot of people who are not getting great results with their clients and then not getting repeat customers, right? They're doing a modality at somebody. They're not teaching somebody how to do it for themselves, so they can't continue it and it doesn't stick. Same thing. So people will get looped into doing intuitive reading, intuitive reading for and getting those, but never integrating the information, never taking action on it. This is a massive problem for a lot of humanity. And part of this is because, like, as practitioners, as energy healers, intuitives, we are doing things at people or for people and not with them. I think that that's where we start, right? And if obviously somebody can't do it themselves, sometimes we have to do it for them. But if we always do it for somebody, then they don't learn how to do it. It's not empowering. Yes, if someone's starving, obviously give them food to eat, right? But if you teach a man to fish rather than just give him a fish, then they have the tools to access all of their magic and then go on to ripple it out. And that's how we actually affect the greatest amount of change. So the natural evolution for people who are intuitives and healers is to evolve into being a facilitator, a space holder, or a guide. You just, not because you're better than anyone else, but because you've been doing this work for longer and you've gone first, you are an elder. And think about parents that do everything for their kids. Their kids wind up being, like selfish and like incompetent, basically, at best. They don't know how to handle life. They don't ever grow up, right? I'm not saying you're the parent to your students and clients, but we don't want to be that kind of energy for them either. We will, of course, in an emergency, help them patch themselves up, but then we have to give them the tools to do it themselves. The elevation of your business is going to be in you stepping into this role as a leader, as a teacher, as a guide, as a facilitator. And I'm going to be really real with you. You can't do that for people in an hour. Like you can do a little bit. You can give them a taste of something. You can help them with something. But the single session model is so limited because it's limited in time. And I know you're magical AF. I am too. And I can do a lot in an hour. But what I can't do and what you can't do is to help people integrate the magic, right? You're doing this beautiful work for people, but you can't guarantee that they're going to have it land and that it's going to change their life and that it's going to stick. Because if they don't shift their identity, if they don't shift who they are and their frequency and heal old patterns and take the aligned actions and become the version of them who is healed or who has that information and acted on it, then it just doesn't happen. Right. And then they're not going to come back to you because nothing actually happened, right? They're not going to give you the life-changing testimonial. They're not going to refer their friends, right? We need to, one, have the magic get into people's energetic fields and actually work for them. But we also need to teach them how to like fully embody it. And that takes the, what I call sacred journey or a transformational journey. I've also called it an evolutionary journey because it's all of these things. We need to learn how to guide people through the process of integration and digestion. Otherwise, it just is like a cool magic party trick that you are giving to them that does not actually change their life. And I know you're in the business of wanting to change lives. So this is the evolution, right? You've got stuff to do for people, but more importantly, you've got magic to unleash in them, to liberate in them, to empower them, to teach them what's possible. So, the three main things to remember in the art of facilitating transformation, here's the three main pillars, is one, you need to be able to prep the energetic field, which is to create this energetic and psychological safety. My favorite way of doing that is through a bit of ritual and ceremony. And I'm going to guide you through one of these pieces to prep the field energetically, because ritual and ceremony creates this safety for people. It is ancient technology that we've kind of put aside. People don't do enough ceremony or ritual now, and that's one of the reasons people are so unstable. And when we do this, it opens people up into that parasympathetic nervous system activation. They lower their shields, and then you can co-create with them, and they can access the intuition, the divine support, their inner knowing with this clarity that they just can't get when they're stressed and they are wanting you to do it all for them. I think this is one of the greatest gifts we can give people, and obviously to do with ourselves. And then we have the next piece, which is guided co-creation. And that is basically like actually doing it with people. I mentioned that, but I was like, guided co-creation is this piece that I wanted to speak to, where you are walking people through the process. And again, at first, people might not be capable, but there's a lot of people that are. There has been such a wave of awakening and people tapping into spiritual stuff that people are more sophisticated, they're more savvy, and they're ready. And there is a gap in the marketplace that I want to fill with people that I am training to actually take people through this kind of transformation that goes beyond what beginners do, right? Where they just get a reading or they just get a healing. But people are ready to be trained to do this stuff themselves, and not enough practitioners are doing this right now. So empowering people to access their own power outside of the norm, which is like giving their power away. This is the greatest gift for all of humanity right now, and people are taking their power back. Like they're ready for this stuff. I have been seeing it over the past little while, especially like yesterday. There was just all of these things that happened in the globe where you could feel the tides turning. So this could not be more timely and just so much magic. And then there's the integration and embodiment phase that is essential. And My personal opinion is that all intuitives and healers need to upgrade their skill set to also be coaches and facilitators so that they know how to take people from the magical thing that you just did, whatever modality, whatever reading, all the breakthroughs, all that cool stuff, and be like, now you need to learn to live like this. Now you need to become it. So this is like the identity work, the belief work, the integration, the aligned action, the noticing what blocks are coming up and dissolving them. It's understanding the nervous system. It's all of these things that I teach inside of my certification, the Transformational Journey Facilitator certification. We cannot possibly get into all of it now, but without this, no matter how magical you are, no matter how good that 1 hour session was, when people get stressed, they are going to automatically default to their old way of being if we haven't created the new neural pathways to do it subconsciously for them. Because when we're stressed, we're not operating from the conscious mind, we're operating from the subconscious and our like reflexes and our instincts, and our instinctual stuff is ego driven. Not like head ego, I'm better than everyone ego. I'm talking your ego is the survival thing that is trying to keep you alive at all costs and has no interest in you thriving, no interest in you growing. That's actually dangerous shit. If you are growing, you're in the unknown. That is so terrifying to the human ego. And your brain and your subconscious are literally rewired to keep you where you are because at least you're alive. It is safe there. But transformation, elevation, expansion, growth, magic, abundance, like, oh, thriving doesn't happen in that place of staying safe. This is, for you as well as for your clients. We need to have the tools to support them in creating this new normal so that they can actually embody the new frequency that you have just given them, the new pieces, right? It is absolutely essential. And if we don't have these tools, again, we're just doing a party trick for a person, and our business is going to kind of spin, and it's really difficult to grow. If you admit to yourself that you would like to grow your business and make more money without burning out, it's going to be essential to have the systems and structures in place to take people on the whole journey from point A to point B. And we're going to talk about those systems and structures next day, tomorrow. I was like, next week? No, sooner than that. What is time? But without these, I know I would not have been able to grow my business and sustain it at 6 figures working part-time, like 20 hours a week, sometimes less than that. I am a mom. I have a 9-year-old. My husband works 6 days a week as a locksmith. I have a soul mission, but I also have a lot of things that I want to be doing with my daughter, with my family. That's really important to me. So I did not want to build my business at the expense of her. And actually learning these tools and embodying them allowed me to be able to completely create my own schedule, right? To have the time to work when she's at school. If she has a day off, like she does tomorrow, actually, no problem. I have the resources um, to make this work for our lives and our family. And that is the most ultimate freedom. This is the thing. I know you don't want more money for money's sake. You want the money for the impact and the freedom and the lifestyle. And let's be honest, with like everything going on and how much energy it takes to be a facilitator of change and your own spiritual journey and healing, like you need as much time as possible to tap into your most magical self and stay there and not constantly be overworked and overburdened and in that scarcity, right? Like that is the old paradigm. That is the old vibe. I want that for every healer. I want that for you because I live it and it feels so freaking good that I literally cry with gratitude about the life that I've created for myself, and I am just getting started. I've sustained at this level because massive growth was not where the phase I was in, but it allowed me to build this 6 figure business and get tons of support and reinvest in my education and my business because I had that cash flow and I wasn't constantly trading time for money on the single sessions, right? And constantly trying to rebook people. It is this ability to take someone from point A to point B, which is from where they are right now to where they want to go, and lead them through a journey and help them integrate it, that also opens up the ability to charge more ethically. Because if you can do that And that has a lot to do with your skill set and your marketing, which is also a skill set, right? Because you're actually providing an essential transformation that this person desires instead of trading an hour of your time for their time, right? It is a completely different playing field. And I want to help you, and we'll talk more about this tomorrow, detach from that trading your time for money model. But I also wanted to bring in this also not doing the work for people and healing at them or just reading them, but giving them the gift of learning that for themselves. It's just the most logical evolution for you as a healer and guide and intuitive, and for your business and for the world, right? And there will be a new set of people who are just learning how to do this that will replace the people who are doing just single sessions of Reiki or an SRT session or something like that. But as you evolve and grow, your skill set needs to, and your business model gets to, so that you can expand into this new level of the impact and the income and the freedom and the magic that you desire, right? So it is really shifting the mindset from doing it to people or for people, which by the way is actually kind of disempowering if you really think about it, like of being like, oh, I'm going to do this for you, versus to you. Um, and moving into this, I'm going to teach you how, and people love it. The right people. When you do this work, when you expand like this as well, you start shifting the clientele you're working with. A lot of people who are coming for healings and readings in single sessions are not quite ready to do the work. You know, they want you to do it for them. And I'm not saying across the board. I sometimes will book a session, a single session with people. Like sometimes it is the right vibe, and I'm not saying you can never do those again. But when you are marketing and offering transformational sacred journeys with people, whether that be one-on-one and going deeper and doing packages that can like take people from point A to point B with all the integration and the alchemy of your magic and all of that stuff, or it's a workshop, a retreat, a longer class series, you're suddenly working with people who are willing to do the work, who don't want you to do it for them. They're already at a level of empowerment that I promise you will make your life so much easier. People and healers talk about being exhausted. Like it's so draining to work with clients. It's exhausting to heal them. Yes, it's exhausting to do it for people. Can I tell you, when you're able to refine the marketing, refine the messaging, refine your offerings, and just elevate out of that energy of doing it for them into doing it with them, it gives you energy. I am not exhausted by doing 3 or 4 hours of client sessions in a day. I am lit up because I am working with people that have this burning desire to do it too. And it is just magical. It is so much fun. It's so rewarding. And it's like, I could go on and on about how good it's been for me and my business and how fun it has been. But what I want to make sure I give to you before we, finish today and go into like the business models is some more of those tools that can actually help you prep the magic. I get so lit up by the structures and systems part, which was not me originally. I was not born this way. I had to learn to love it. And then I realized the freedom it gave me to have the structures and systems. And then my Capricorn stellium was like, oh, this is so good. And my Sagittarius parts of me, I have a stellium there too, was like, oh my gosh, the freedom. This. I don't hate the structures and systems anymore. They're supporting me in my freedom and my being instead of making me all squishy. They're giving me the money, the time, the energy to like to be in my Taurus rising energy and do nothing, or to be in my Sagittarius, learn everything and teach everything. Like it's such a vibe. So I want that for you. And also, I want to give you the tools today. I'm going to give you a handout actually, where we go into the how to prep somebody's field, and I want to walk you through that activation. And we're going to do a teeny bit of channeling for you. And we're going to do more of this tomorrow, by the way, where we're going to go into a deeper activation of what you specifically need for your next right steps. But I want to do a mini one where we clear your energy and I can show you what it feels like to get Gaia to come in and do some of this magic for you. And you're going to get a message from her about your next level as an facilitator, guide, healer, teacher, you know? So before we go into this activation, any questions? Just type in ready if you're here live. I'm going to have a sip of water. I spoke for 2 hours on a panel on Sunday night about all of this stuff, and it still wasn't enough. I could talk about this stuff night and day. Like, it's just so exciting to me because of so the magic and the potential, and like helping people make money is literally the greatest turn on ever. Helping people access their magic, it's the most amazing feeling ever. And that's again what I want you to be able to do, is to help people access their own magic in this deeper way. Beautiful. People are ready. Amazing. So this is an example of walking someone through it instead of doing it to them. I'm going to guide you through every step. And if you need to be doing something different because that's what your inner guidance is doing, follow that, right? I'm not going to do a single thing to you, but I am going to call on your luminous team and get Gaia to work for you, with you. Just trust and know that in this sacred space we're going to be creating, it is for your highest and best good, and you won't receive anything that is not for you. Okay. You don't have to worry about that. And just say, as we're tapping in here, I realized now that I am so addicted to this kind of energy work where I am walking people through it and people walk me through it, that the last time someone just in a retreat actually tried to do stuff for me, I was immediately like, what are you doing? I don't know what you're doing. Like, and I just, my nervous system activated these shields and it couldn't fully come in. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, this is like true across the board. If we have an instant, like a doubt about anything, then we put those shields up and it doesn't work. And that's why so much energy work doesn't work properly, or distortions creep in and things don't happen. So we already made space in our energy field. We're going to go deeper. So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. My hands always fly to my heart at first. And we're going to imagine that we have full access to energy through our imagination, because you do. Your imagination is your interpreter of the energies. If you imagine something, it will happen. So first, I'm going to invite you to take a breath in through your nose. Sigh it out. And do that 2 more times as I'm calling in sacred space. And I'm asking your whole luminous team to show up for you, to create a circle around you where they are beaming love and support and celebration and pride and beauty and truth and abundance at you. And you are going to just notice with your imagination how the energy shifts and try to see them, feel them, or just know they're there. However you imagine, even if you're not a visual person, that's how I want you to play in this energy activation today. And then you could take a moment to give them gratitude for showing up for you always. And they are saying to you, hey, we would like to take a bigger role in supporting you and your business and your clients. You're ready, but we have been ready and we're waiting, like, put me in, coach. So you guys can talk later. They're going to continue to hold space. I'm going to invite you to send roots down into the earth, into Gaia, and go so deep and so far that you reach the core of the planet, not the molten iron magma core, but her heart. I want you to imagine that her heart is beating. And I want you to ask your heart to sync up with hers. Beautiful. Take a breath in on that and imagine that energy coming up through you, up through those roots, up through your legs, through your heart, through and into your body, through your arms and legs and your fingers and toes, through your head and neck. And I want you to feel that you can feel the energy shift. You might feel tingling. You might feel a beautiful divine energy. And if you don't, I want you just to know that it's happening. And if you're having trouble accessing it, it's probably a nervous system thing. I'm going to ask Gaia to go into all of our nervous systems. And if you are a visual person, visualize how your nervous system branches through you like tree branches and roots. I'm going to ask her to support your intuition. Your nervous system is how you translate light. I want her to activate you to the next level of being able to interpret etheric information from your team, from your guides, from your clients, so you can be in even greater flow and ease when you're guiding people. There you go. Beautiful. Now, I want you to notice if there's any guards or shields or walls around your heart right now. And it's okay if there are. Maybe it's not a brick wall. Maybe it's not a force field. Maybe it just looks like the like saran wrap or like, over an LCD screen on your phone, you've got a little film. There's something probably protecting it right now. If there's not, that's amazing. But I want to show you how we can get spirit to do this clearing and cleaning for you. So before we try to dissolve that, we're just going to invite in the light from the divine, straight from source, down through your highest self, a divine love light, a beam of energy to flow through your crown and down through your heart and down through your root and into the earth. You feel that beam of energy tingling, and it feels to me more electric, and the earth is more magnetic. Source, spirit, Gaia, the divine, your team, they are all at your disposal, and you just have to ask. You're not asking for enough. I want you to just ask in your head, say, hey, spirit, can you please dissolve any of the walls or guards or shields or pockets of density inside me, please, that are ready to be dissolved? And just imagine or feel how spirit can do that for you. Okay, now that that is being dissolved, your team is going to beam love at you like Care Bears. I want you to feel it. Beautiful. In this space, you are plugged back into the divine energy. You're not running off of battery power anymore. Your shields are down. You're in this parasympathetic, open to receive energy. And just take a breath in and imagine making your energy field even bigger than before. If you were the size of the room, take up your house or your neighborhood. Ah, beautiful. Feel the spaciousness that comes through. Beautiful. And in this space, we're going to just ask a question. Are you ready to work more closely with Gaia and your team, with these etheric allies to build your business and help your clients? However that arises for you, whether it's a feeling or a word, just trust what's coming through. And I could feel for almost everyone, if not everyone, there was this like instant, like, yes, yes, we're so ready. Is it time for you to evolve your role from intuitive and healer into facilitator and guide? Just receiving if that's a no, a yes, or a yes and also. So I'm going to ask Spirit now, or Gaia, or your team, whoever's ready and on deck, to do whatever energy activation you need right now to prepare for tomorrow, where you will receive more specific instructions on this. So just take a moment and feel any movement that's happening, any clearing. Clearing, cleaning, releasing with the light of this Taurus full moon. And the earth is ready to receive anything extra that you're carrying around that's ready to go. So I want you to imagine that you are full of water, like from your feet up through your legs, up through your body, all the way to the tip top of your head. You're just full of water, like a bathtub that is full up to the brim. And imagine there's a little plug at the top of your crown and pull it off, open it up. And as soon as you open that, the water starts to drain out and down through your feet into the earth, leaving this spaciousness behind. Oh, there you go. You might need to stretch and feel it. Breathe into the space. And I'm going to ask your highest self, your soul, your heart to beam more of you into you. Fill yourself up with your own unique divine light. Let it go like from you to outside of you. Let it fill your energy field. Your skin can't contain it. There you go. Feel this illuminated light that you are. Feel the magic of letting go of that old shit and letting the truth of your divine light flow through. And now from this space, imagine building your business and serving your clients and taking them on deeper journeys and being paid abundantly for it. Just imagine how good that'll feel. You're here because you're ready and you're being prepared at the same time. So take a breath in and give yourself a hug. Trust and know that everything that you need to be cleaned and cleared is moving out of you with this energy. And that tomorrow you'll receive what you need in terms of your next steps. So we're going to close up sacred space, and I'm going to ask for everything that was done today to be integrated with grace and ease and as much speed as your human can handle. Oh, and I want you to stretch, and when you're ready, you can blink your eyes open. You can laugh at me and look at the grin. Tell me how good you feel now. My evolutionary alchemy modality and everything that I teach in my certifications to people and that I bring forward in my work is about restoring that divine connection. And that's the transformation. That's like the ultimate one, is getting rid of all the density and the crap that isn't you, or for your clients and students that isn't them, so they can actually feel the magic that they are and have access to their intuition, to their soul gift, so they can bring through the pieces of the puzzle. So you can bring through the pieces of the puzzle that are for you, for the earth to share. When we prep the field for people, when we use a little ceremony, when we get people into the work with the divine, with Gaia, you can then give people the best intuitive reading of their life. You can then go so deep in hypnosis or SRT or other things. And like, I have other modalities, I have other tools that I have used. And if I start with them, it's like, it's so much more digging to get to this place, but we can get people to this place first. And then we can do our extra magic, and the results are literally just life changing for them, because we don't have to go through the layers of the density. We get the divine to do it for us, and there's just so much available in this. And we can take people on really cool journeys, do all kinds of other really fun stuff. Feeling light and playful, my soul wants to dance, more clarity, shoulders have dropped. Yeah, it's this energetic alchemy of restoring the connection to the energy that is supposed to be flowing through us always. It's life on earth and all the crap that gets heaped upon us that's not even ours that inhibits that. And I think being able to restore that for people and then doing your unique magic with them and then helping them learn how to integrate it, how to be that, how to live in this frequency. I just want you to imagine for a minute if everybody in the world knew how to shift their frequency back to divine connection, back to where they could trust their intuition, back when they felt so supported, instead of walking around stressed and disconnected like they are right now. Like, actually imagine that, a world full of people divinely connected to their truth, who are not just feeling alone and abandoned by the divine. That makes me want to cry, because if we could do that, if people had that, we would fix all the problems on this planet almost instantly. People would work together instead of fighting each other. And this is where we are eventually headed. And my work in the world is to help as many people learn how to reconnect other people as quickly as possible. And yeah, like we got great results in like, I don't know, like 10 minutes of the energy work that we did. Maybe not even that. It was probably like 7 minutes of energy work together. But there's a journey of learning how to stabilize in that divine connection. There's a journey to help people integrate that level of magic and live in it instead of touch it sometimes and only with a guide. So that sacred journey is of learning how to live in this divine connection, in divine union with all parts of yourself, of no longer needing to just heal everything, but to rather come into this wholeness, this coherence, body, mind, heart, and soul, because that's getting back to the baseline. And then from there, we can create so much magic. So I do this with my clients, with my students. It's like the healing is that we've been doing for people and for ourselves is not the whole freaking journey. That healing is to get us to the place where we can access our creator consciousness and be abundant and be magical. And like that's where we want to take the whole world. That's where I want to take the whole world with you. And the fastest way to do that is for you to do it in your business and in with your not like I do, but with your specific piece of the puzzle, with your specific pieces, right? To facilitate transformation with people, to give them access to their subconscious and superconscious mind, to give them like honestly, this is like I think going to be the bare minimum for facilitators moving forward. This is going to be like the baseline. So then you can help people create the life that they want. We're coming to like ahead of needing healing, but then it's going to be like so much creation energy. And so if you are ready to be on the leading wave of this, this is what we teach inside the Transformational Journey Facilitator certification. And the applications for the certification program are going to be opening right away here. We're going to go deeper into the how in your business tomorrow. We're going to go into the how with the messaging and marketing to make you more money in the upgrade on Saturday. But just know that I'm going to be teaching you more of like these frameworks and I'm going to have the handout, but I have used these frameworks for over a decade in person and online in retreats, workshops, classes, one-on-one, like high ticket, low ticket, everything that has allowed me to build this business that has the freedom so that I can, like raise the next generation and do that part of my soul work, but also focus on my energy, focus on my philanthropy, focus on all of that. Um, it's just this opportunity for each of us to go to that next level of the magic. And the people that are doing this work, that have studied this with me, are taking it into places and spaces, into the like strategic business realm as a coach and as a business strategist and a designer, as a kinesiologist, as coaches and healers for moms, for teens, for other families. Like it can go into all kinds of places and spaces that are ready and available for more magic, right? It's yeah, it's amazing. So whatever came through for you in that connection to the divine, right, is going to continue working over the next 24 hours. We're going to meet back here or on the replay. And tomorrow, again, business structures and strategies, but I'm going to get you to connect, go through an evolutionary alchemy journey to connect with the future version of yourself who's going to hold keys and codes and practical strategic advice for you, for your business growth tomorrow, right? But I would love for your reflection to be, um, yeah, are you actually ready for this next evolution? Are you at the point in your journey where the evolution is inevitable? And if you keep yourself from that evolution, it's going to be really unsatisfying. And it's actually just going to keep you spinning where you are instead of growing into more of the money, more of the clients, more of the impact, and your actual highest timeline and the soul truth and the freedom and the magic that you're here to live in. You're here to be an example of what's possible. So I would love to hear your reflections in the Facebook group. If you haven't joined it yet, please do. And you can share your reflections and takeaways. If you are watching this in the future, beyond the time of the Facebook group, if you're in my membership, then you can just leave it in the comments. But like, I'm just gonna leave it open. Usually I have a very specific question, but this will be for points, for prizes if you're still in the live energy. What was it that came through for you in that short activation? I feel like there's something tangible that I can't even speak to that you need to give voice to with your authentic expression. You're welcome to light ground it here on the live, but go into the Facebook group and post it. And that will be for points, for prizes. If someone wants to win a year in the membership, a VIP day with me, $333 cash in my digital product that you can use for any of the courses. And there's so many more things I want to say to you, but I'm going to zip it here. It's 1:11. So ending here feels perfect and divine, my time. This is just a teeny scratch of the surface of the possibilities with the sacred journey model, with evolutionary alchemy, with the working with Gaia and your team. You could share what Gaia said to you or what the divine said to you. And yeah, just be open today to more possibilities that are going to come through. When we start to open that channel, ideas start to flow a little more easily, a little more effortlessly. And then again, tomorrow, we're going to be going through how you can specifically take people on these journeys in your business model. What is going to work for you to make more money more easily without the burnout, without all of that, and get the very specific advice from your future self about how to do it and how to grow it. So I'm open to stay if anyone has a question, if anyone has an aha, but otherwise, I will leave you on with your day and see you tomorrow. I'll put the handout in the notes of the replay as well. Can you see my face? Like, this work allows you to be happier. This work is not just healing, it's holding. When you restore that divine connection, everything is possible. I want that for you. I want that for your clients and the whole world too. I'll see you tomorrow.